Okay, this is like my life. This is, do you guys remember this is the Kidney Alley, Kidney Street? I think the painting just got changed. Fascinating building. I mean, you see the woods are coming out of that, and the building is about to collapse. It's because during the revolution, they just, loot the whole building and seize the building with the government, and since then, it hasn't been used for any purposes, even for the Islamic purposes. Today is Thursday. Thursday in Iran it's like a Saturday for the rest of the world. This is a cinema. It was a fascinating building, but it's been locked up. And this was a KFC, Iranian KFC. I'm not joking. This was a great location for recreation, but right now it's right next to the Kidney Alley, Kidney Street. People come here to sell their own kidneys. Isn't it so sad? Depressingly sad. Anyway, never mind. Life goes on. But you would expect, I mean, if you want to see, if you're government and if you're a totalitarian regime or whatever, if for any reason, if you want to seize any building, just use it for any reason. Just make a public toilet. I don't care. Just make something out of it. For 40 years, it hasn't been used, it hasn't been maintained, it's just been locked up. And the building is based on some woods and bricks and things like that, so hasn't been maintained. And lots of these old buildings are just being sealed during the revolution, and not for the better of it, not for doing something better like that. That's the old building. So these old buildings are either, in the past it's been used by the previous government, so right now nobody knows what to do with them. And this is a part of the posh neighborhood. These buildings are, the land is really expensive, so you have to do something with it. Like this is a spot. What is it? In the middle of the city. This is one of the signs of the revolution. During the revolution, some people who just was the friend of the previous government, the backbone of the Iranian kingdom back in the day, so they just left the country. The immigrants, they either just left the country or left the city for any reason, or just simply government seized their own assets and their own buildings and belongings. Anyway, never mind. So lots of these old buildings you're going to see in this part of the posh neighborhood, because of course they were part of the I forgot the kingdom, the title for that kingdom. Anyway, so they were just part of that kingdom dynasty. So of course they lived in this posh neighborhoods or close to these neighborhoods. So some of those buildings are just here, and you're going to see the empty spots, abandoned buildings. And back in the day, there was really gorgeous. It was supposed to be, and there were really sophisticated buildings. And this whole neighborhood was for the northern part of the Tehran was for having fun, for just a recreation, for having fun and things like that. But right now, yeah, this is crazy. But right now it's just completely changed. The culture just completely changed, and anything you're going to see here, you could possibly see exact same replica of that at the south. But back in the day, this was a really, posh neighborhood. Just want to say that. And it was kind of it has like that simplicity of the new era of the 70s or 60s, 70s. So the buildings are just made based on the European architect designing, something like that. But right now it's different. Never mind.